Stanford, Lincolnshire, a picturesque stone-built market town known for burly house, its beautiful churches, some of which have been turned into shops, and this real fat geezer who used to knock around here a couple of 100 years ago. But we learned that Stanford was also home to a number of world champions, kings of a dying game. We caught up with a new team as they join a rapidly diminishing league for what could be its last season.
Yeah, my name's Darren. I'm the landlord of the Hit or Miss in Stanford.
All right. And this is your team?
This is my team. It's Adam, Becky, Sean, Paul, and Frank will be here shortly.
And this is your regular bunch, is it?
It is. This is the Pushpenny team.
And how long have you been a team together?
This is our first season in the league, and we are currently last in the league as well.
I used to come in here, and every day when I walked in here, when I saw the scoreboard of how well they did in the last Pushpenny match, it was 11-0. So I questioned them and said, 11-0?
They won 11-0?
No, they were losing 11-0.
Right, my name's Paul Dorney. I moved to Stanford about 2 years ago. I drink at the Hit or Miss, because it's the only place that will have me. I am the worst player in the worst team in the league, and therefore, by default, the world.
And who are your star players?
Our star players are undoubtedly Adam, who's just over there sampling the OB, and Frank, who's not here at the moment, but will be very shortly. And Bex, I'm just being told. The captain reckons that Bex is half decent. I'm not allowed to say that because she's the other half.
Why is he the captain?
Desperation, I think, is the answer.
Nobody else would do it.
Nobody else would do it. Nobody else would do it. It's as simple as that.
I'm the captain.
Why?
I don't know. Probably because one time I was in the pub and Darren suggested like Pushpenny. I said, yeah, let's go for it. And Darren being Darren, he said, you're the captain then.
And it was all his idea.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with me. And I was drunk when I agreed to it.
And ever since?
And ever since and ever before.
So this is the first time for all of you actually?
It is a first time thing playing Pushpenny. In fact, when we first took over the pub, I'd never heard of the game.
And what made you think that it might be the game for the pub to find?
The reason we decided to play the game was because it's a Stanford thing, and we're a Stanford pub, so it's like supporting tradition.
What do you actually think of the Hit or Miss team anyway, coming into this?
It's good, yeah. I mean, they're quite realistic. They're not going to do a lot for a year or two because they haven't played. They don't know. Well, basically, apart from the fact that they've got to shove 3 pennies up the board and get them into the 9 beds, that's about the limit of what they started off with. So.
Yeah. They seem to want to play. That's what it's all about. I mean, yes, they haven't. They've tried.
And the problem you've got is we no longer have a second division where you can learn your trade.
You think that's where they should be, the second division?
If we had a second division, that's where you could learn your trade.
Yeah. Well, it's quite humiliating for us because we're that far behind, but...
Yeah, but you're saying that. That's the way the scoring system goes, because if you don't win, you don't get any points.
So as long as people accept they're going to lose, and as long as everybody else tries to give the new team a hand, I think we've tried to with a hit and miss. It doesn't always help because you try to do it at the same time. So that picking in back in your head keeps saying, I want to be helpful, but have that.
You do realise it would be the ultimate humiliation if you are the first team to lose to them, so you can't let that happen.
I don't think it's going to happen somewhere.
So you've been doing this since 1916. You've hardly missed a week.
About 61, yeah. But I did have I think at least a couple of 3 years off because when we was down to Victoria, I learned to play the bagpipes. So that was on a Tuesday night, you see, up the Queen Eleanor's
bagpipe session.
Yeah, up the Queen Eleanor's school, you see, it's a practice night. So I must admit, I did pack up for about 3 years. So I didn't play there, like. Yeah, that's right.
Do you still play?
No, but I've still got them. I had a blow the other night, I must admit.
Well, that's very nice.
Say no more about that. It shifted the dog, I must admit, you know.
And how long have you actually been playing the game yourself?
Since 1974. 35 years.
I can't even make the calculation.
35 years.
Right.
A little bit older than what you are, I think.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Pleasure.
I'll take that.
I missed a game. I think was it last year, Tuesday. That was the first one that officially I missed in my life.
Good job your wedding day went on a Tuesday.
Oh, tough shit, mate. The wedding had to be cancelled, I reckon. But no, that's true. I've always loved the game and I've always played it, and I try not to let anybody down. Like,
I don't know, 20, 30 years now, 30 years I think. Yeah,
Blimey, so
yeah, on and off. Yeah. Ever since
what's kept you interested in the game for that sort of length of time?
mainly because it's a sport different from any others. I think it's as you say, it's unique to Stamford.
Well, I would say it is. Yeah, I'd say it played in this form. With these rules, it is unique to Stamford, yeah.
If you find somewhere else that plays push penny, and I'll be worse than them, I guarantee it.
when we first started doing the World Push Penny Championship, late 70s, early 80s, were an awful lot of people from, say, Durham, Hastings area, where they do actually play a version of push penny, not exactly the same rules that we play it by. Yeah, and shove halfpenny people as well. Now, these were supposed to be good people, but they were absolutely destroyed by the people as it's town.
But we were half pissed most of the weekend anyway, but but we still beat them.
I don't really remember what happened.
But we beat them easily.
You think
we beat them? Well, yeah, we did. We beat them easily, yeah.
The World Championship is held on 2 weeks over, well, it's normally towards the end of August, and it's open to anybody.
I mean, it started out as a little bit of a joke in some ways, but it did spur an awful lot of interest, television and otherwise.
Yeah, I won it 88 I won it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So you are officially a world champion push penny player.
World champion for that year, yeah.
And have you walked away with the title before?
Twice.
Oh.
Second time last year. It's very hard to win.
The second time last year, as in,
yes.
Are you the reigning champion?
I'm the reigning champion at the moment.
No, I have never won the World Championship.
No. Have you taken part in it?
Oh yes, I've been close.
But I have won it.
You have won it?
Oh yeah, I've won the World Championships.
How long ago was that?
In '97.
When it was what I would call a real World Championship, yeah, I entered quite a few times.
It's not big money.
No.
No, it's not big
you
money.
Don't get the glamour.
No, you don't.
You haven't ever. There's no push penny groupies, unfortunately.
Oh,
at this
no,
stage.
you don't get the girls walking you to the table.
It's a shame.
No, it is. Yeah, you should do.
You should. I agree.
Yeah.
But there are quite a few women who actually play the game as well, though, isn't there?
They used to be. I think there's only about one I know now at the moment. There's two actually, tell a lie, two.
There's Becky, I think, at the hit or miss plays as well.
Three, yes, three then, yeah. So that's three, yeah. That's about the only three I know.
Yeah, my name is Jo Bell. Live in Stamford and been playing push penny for a few years.
And you are the first, if I may say, lady push penny player we've come across.
There's a few of us. We are a rare breed, but there are a few of us.
You're not the only one out there.
No, definitely not.
Have you been beaten by a woman?
Yeah.
In any contest?
Oh yeah.
A transvestite, are you?
No, not a transvestite. No, you got that down, yeah.
That would be you'd be the first transvestite push penny player we've come across.
Yeah, what's a transvestite, Chris?
What is it that made you actually want to play this game in the first place?
Ooh, Tuesday night out with the boys, a few beers, and just being part of Stamford and tradition.
I'm not from Stamford, born and bred, but when I came down, I was shown the game. Didn't think a lot to it to start with, but then when you play it, it's different. It does start getting to you, and you've got to think, oh, I can do better than this. You know?
Yeah. It's in your blood.
Yeah. Did any of your family used to play the game at all?
No, not at all. No.
Because the best thing about push penny is you come out, you have a couple of beers, you chat to people, you play a game, and you play with a different pub each night, or each game you play, and it's brilliant. It's about social interaction.
Of course it is.
Yeah. You have a good laugh, a good joke, a good evening.
Yeah.
You come out to have a good night.
We're a new team, the hit or miss.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's a point in us playing, or do you think we're taking the mickey?
Because to be fair and to be honest, it's a dying game.
Well, considering there must have been about 40 teams in the league, 2 leagues, 30 teams. There's 6 now. That's a big difference, isn't it?
it's going to die out if we don't get any more teams, because you know, eventually these blokes are going to die.
I think 1 or 2 pubs would like to start up. It's getting the players now. That's the difficulty.
That's the thing. Is
you know, because we're obviously the wrong end of our push penny career, you know.
But you need the younger generation, really.
People's perceptions, or the young generation, it's like they're old people's games. Not necessarily so. If it makes you think a little bit, use a bit of brain power, which they can all use, or a fair touch of skill. With the younger generation, you can't tire everybody the same brush. I think, as I said before, unless they can learn something very, very quick and think they're very good in the night, it doesn't happen. Life isn't like that.
People don't have the patience. They want something that's more instant, pool, etc. Nasty American game, but a lot of people like to play pool.
You've got to take crib, dominoes, and them kind of games. How many youngsters do you see playing them? You don't. You don't.
The youngsters don't really want to know. No. They're not. I mean, they sooner get down the bar, have a few quid on the bandit, and if they win something, they're happy. You know, I mean, you can't make people do what they don't want to do. I mean, it's just a fact of life. That's how it goes.
Okay.
My name's Adam.
And you are the youngest push penny player that we've come across?
I believe so, yes.
How old?
23.
23. Why at 23 would you be playing this game?
Mainly because it's an old-fashioned game, and I'm personally into anything old-fashioned, steam engines, airplanes, tanks, the lot.
Is there any sort of provision to get like more teams in, or?
Nope.
Perhaps some of the other pubs should take a league out of the hit or misses book and get some fresh blood in and get out a couple of the old retirement people just to get them whipping up the boards for you and all the rest of it.
My love for the game is fantastic. We love it all, and joking aside, we take the mick out of the guys, but we've had a great season.
How do you feel the season's gone for you?
Well, I think we've turned up and we've done the best that we can.
A bit like a true British Olympian.
Exactly, yeah. Eddie the Eagle.
I think if I were to rate the team, the 6 regular players, I think Adam or Frank would probably win captaincy. I think.
And Adam's got youth on his side.
Adam has got youth on his side, although he's got incredibly large man boobs.
Leadership issues aside, the Little Miss only went and blagged themselves in the ward at the end of season, knees up. Oi, oi!
There's always going to be a team, unfortunately, that's last. No, we do respect that. We do appreciate you being in the league. We do wish you the best in years to come. But there is just a small thing of the captain just come up and take a little some good work.
The 2009 season also saw League Secretary Dougie Burrows flinging in his towel, whilst Cheesy, landlord of the Hit or Miss, came up with a unique way of making sure his team did better next season.
In the future, if you play badly, we get you.
I'll tell you what, those Stanford geezers were well nice to us. They weren't that friendly towards each other though.
There's always a bit of banter between us two teams, you know, especially old Big Fat Bob Jones, you know.
But does he know that you call him Big Fat Bob Jones?
Oh, he knows that. I always take the piss out of him. Right? Oh, he takes it out of me, like, you know what I mean?
It doesn't bother me what anybody calls me.
That's good.
They're down the hurdler tonight. I'm hoping they won't bloody well lose and all.
Is there something you want to say to the camera before we go?
No. Just better luck next year, Robbo.
fucking else. It's nice to have this interview, but it's Mr. Robinson now. I'm going to have to sign off now because my sausage is getting cold.